What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back again for another video as I do a review to our 2-0 loss, of course, last night against Sunderland. Yeah, I mean, so deflating this, but we're gonna get into it. Like I say, if you do like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and yeah, comment your thoughts on this game as well in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, first let's look at the lineups. Obviously, Lee Nichols was in goal to start with. Brody Spencer came in. Mikael Hellick, Nakayama, and Josh Ruffles. The two holding midfielders of Etienne Kamara and Dwayne Holmes for some reason, with Kasumu on the right, Ridoni through the middle, and Jackson on the other side, with Rhodes starting. So the lineup that I predicted is completely different to this one. But yeah, I mean, let's get into the game. So yeah, I felt like we started the game really well. It was the first chance falling to us. Ridoni with a good shot, just wide. But obviously Sunderland come back into it then, to get a few chances themselves. Obviously, right on half time as well, Yuta Nakayama had to be stretched off, of course, just before the whistle went for the half time break. Which again, like I said, a serious looking injury, and it has proven today it is a season-ending injury, so we'll not be seeing any of Nakayama for the rest of the season, which is gutting for him, but it's gutting for us as well, and obviously gutting for him in terms of he'll be missing the World Cup now. Obviously, with that call up, he was actually meant to be going, but yeah, absolutely gutted for him, especially in terms of with us. I think it's true when they say when things aren't going for you, they aren't going for you in any form, and you get a lot of bad luck when things aren't going for you. And I think this is another piece of bad luck for us, really. Obviously, not, like I said, plenty of chances in this one again for us, but we just can't finish. We're just not clinical enough, and we were well and truly punished for that. I think the stats said that we had 16 shots in total with 3 on target. And yeah, you've got to be testing the keeper more, first of all. But you've also got to be scoring. You've got to be very clinical. And obviously Sunderland end up scoring in the 55th minute, 10 minutes after the half, 10 minutes into the second half, and of course it had to be former town player Alex Pritchard who gets on the score sheet. Pretty typical, really, that he decided to score. And yeah, obviously Sunderland had, and we obviously tried to get back into the game, but nothing really was happening to Phil. We just couldn't score. And then to make matters even worse, a second serious injury happening in the game. Ben Jackson having to be stretched off in the 87th minute. One of our bright sparks, one of our most talented individuals that has come through this season, was one of the first names on the team sheet, and yeah, he's gone and got injured. It looks like a serious one, being stretched off, but I haven't heard anything about the injury, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. With what it is that he's got. But to be honest with you, with everything that's going wrong for us at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if that was another season-ending injury as well. That's the way it's going at the moment. Obviously, last minute of the game, So we had to gamble, obviously, to get a goal, and got everyone forward for the free kick that we had. Nichols took it, of course, and obviously Sunderland ended up counter-attacking us, and Diallo goes and scores. But like I say, you can't really, you've got to gamble at that stage, I suppose. It didn't really matter. I'd rather see us go for it than just, you've got to gamble in those last minute or so. So we had nothing to lose. So obviously they end up getting another one, but it's one of those. But yeah, obviously the fine margins in football. Of course, we all know about the fine margins, and obviously Sunderland did have 9 shots in total with 3 on target, and they scored 2 of them. Now, that's the difference. They test the keeper 3 times, and they beat him twice out of the 3 times. That is what you call clinical, and that's what we're lacking at the moment. We just don't have anyone to finish. And now, with these other 2 injuries that we've got now, already the squad is up to double figures in injuries now. We've got like 12 out now, I think, and it's just crazy. We won't have any players by the end of this, and things just don't look good anymore. Obviously now we're adrift again by 5 points. Let's have a look at the table. Sorry about yawning, but yeah, it's 5 points. Obviously we have got a better goal difference than the last position. City, of course. We've got a better goal difference than them, but I mean, it's certainly worrying at this point. Obviously 15 points, 5 points off getting out of this mess that we're in. And yeah, I just don't really know where we go from here, to be honest with you. Obviously we've got a tricky game on Saturday, away against Blackburn, followed by another tricky game against QPR midweek. And then obviously to finish before the World Cup is Swansea, I believe. Yeah, Swansea. And if I'm being totally honest, I don't see us getting any points out of any of them, to be honest. And yeah, it's just one of those. But yeah, like I said, this video has been quite stop-start, but there isn't really much to say about the game, really, because obviously the reality is, the bottom line is that we had chances to score, like I said. We didn't take the chances, and then we got punished. And that's what happens in this league. If you don't take your chances, if you don't score goals, you will get punished, and that's exactly what happened with this game here against Sunderland. And we're just lacking that clinical edge at the moment. Obviously, the injuries are building up even further than what we'd like. And yeah, we're running out of players really to put on the bench. And when you look into the bench, I mean, if you look at the bench last night, we don't have anybody that can come on and change a game. We're relying on, I'm not saying, we're relying on young lads to come on and do a job. Danny Ward obviously on the bench, he came on. Boyle and Betty, he's had a terrible start. Russell, who's just not looked the same player since since last season. Mahoney's had chances when he has. He's looked quite lively, and obviously Brahima Diarra, another youngster, obviously came on for Nakayama, but you can't be relying on players to be, young players like that to come on and do a job for you, really. I mean, it was a strange one, actually, the substitute that we made, at half time, when Nakayama came off, was Diarra coming on. Now, obviously, when you've got 2 centre-backs on the bench, natural centre-back, Diarra isn't a centre-back, but he decides to go for Diarra instead of putting in a natural centre back in either Boyle or Mbete, but so that felt like a strange one to me. But there just wasn't, the passion. I just don't know. But it's just certainly worrying to me now. I really fear. I know I've said it previously, but I do really fear for us. I do now because there just doesn't seem to be any hope. With this, we're constantly, having to chase other teams, and it's just a really difficult time for us at the moment. And I don't know, if the World Cup will be a good break for us, in terms of regrouping again and going again after the break, but maybe get a few more players back from injury that we've already, lost. But yeah, clutching at straws really, but it is what it is. But yeah, so another defeat for us. We go to Blackburn on Saturday. I'll be doing a preview, to that game. Not sure when to do it. Probably do it tomorrow at some point, tomorrow night, and then yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like I said, please like, subscribe, comment what you think of this game, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Up the town.